without crying, and I don't think I'm going to make it. So. I want to get Pete and Jill up here too. Moral support. So, I know a lot of you, but I don't know everybody. My name's Marsh Murphy. I'm the executive director here at Metro Cinema. This is Jill Watomic and Pete Harris. The three of us are the programmers. They're the programmers. Each of us have been working in independent film and video and the nonprofit and the arts scenes for over a decade. This is going to be really tough. Okay. All of us are incredibly proud to be standing in front of you here tonight on this historic occasion. We're so pleased you can be here. Metro Cinema was founded in 1970 as the National Film Theatre, Edmonton. Our first documented screening was of Carl Dreyer's 1928 silent film, The Passion of Joan of Arc. The Passion was a film with a complicated production method. The film was made, and then it was lost. The film was destroyed in a fire. And then the film was recut. A new version of the film was recut from footage that wasn't used to make the original film. And then that film was destroyed. And thought lost for years and years and years, until it was finally found, a complete copy was found in a janitor's closet in an insane asylum in, I think it was Norway. Possibly Sweden. So that was the first film that Metro Cinema has ever documented to have screened. And so we're going to be screening it again tomorrow night. Woo! I was lucky enough to be able to be here last night at midnight. And just as I was about to leave, I realized that Smokey and the band were going to be, they were just about to do their sound check. So the band that's doing our live score for the screening tomorrow night was Smokey. And they were here just getting ready to go. And so I thought, okay, well, I'll stick around, I'll watch the first minute or two, and then I gotta go to bed. And so 90 minutes later, when I left, speechless, it was a fantastic performance, and it made me all the way home just so happy. And I'm so proud that all of you could join us for this weekend, could join us in this location. And if any of you are ever to make it tomorrow night to see Smokey perform the live score for Passion, it's just fantastic. So none of that was in my speech. The Garneau Theatre was built in 1940. It was designed by William George Blakey. The first film was The Great White Waltz. We considered screening it, but we're going to go with Passion. We've got a lot of really good stuff happening for the rest of the weekend as well. Tomorrow morning we're screening cartoons. So, yeah, 3 hours of cartoons with bottomless bowls of cereal. That'll be fun. It'll be crazy. The phone's ringing off the hook. Both tonight and then again on Sunday afternoon is the 1966 Batman. That's part of a new monthly series we've got called Graphic Content, curated by Aaron Fraser and Matt Bowles. And so on Sunday afternoon, they're going to be giving away free comic books as part of that show. The rest of the week, we've got fun stuff happening too. We've tried to not do many of our partnerships, our regular ongoing partnerships, through August and the beginning of September, because we're trying to get a bunch of them to start off and have their first Garneau screening in this week. And so we've got our Cult Cinema series curated by Jeff Knoll. We're screening A Hard Day's Night. Our perennial partners and close friends, Fama, are having their Video Kitchen screening, and that's Wednesday night. We've got a new thing going on with the Gateway to Cinema, and so we're screening Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which is free for students. Adults can come, but they have to pay. On Thursday, we've got Turkey Shoot. So Dave Clark and Jeff Page make fun of some of history's worst movies, and we've got one of history's worst movies, Battlefield Earth. We have a beautiful new projector in the booth. It was installed yesterday morning, and we've And one of the first things we had up on the screen was Battlefield Earth. And it looked great. And it was such a shame that we had to screen Battlefield Earth as one of the first things that we used the projector for. But anyway, if you want to see it, it's on Thursday. They're pretty funny. And then all week long, we're screening The African Queen, John Huston's 1951 film, Humphrey Bogart, Katharine Hepburn. So, we've also got a lot of partners in the community film festivals and social groups and arts organizations that want to put on screenings. Cultural communities approach us because they want to screen something for their crowd. And so we work with a lot of those folks. We're happy to be welcoming the Edmonton International Film Festival back to the Garneau and back to Metro Cinema. So they're going to be screening here as one of their venues. So that's September 23rd to October 1st. We're also really happy to be having Irshad Manji talking here on September 26th, Monday, September 26th, as one of the precursor events for LitFest. She's one of the preeminent Muslim lesbian academics, I think. Is that the right way to say that? Yeah. Perhaps the preeminent. And as you may know, I had a segue here, but I'm not going to do that. Metro Cinema is a non-profit society, and you can become a friend of Metro Cinema. You can distractingly purchase a card that says that you're a member of Metro Cinema, but it actually means you're a friend. And we're going to have new printed cards in a while, but we just kind of figured that out. We've also got 6-packs and silver screens available for sale again. We paused in the sale of those as we moved from the Ziegler over to here, and so those are for sale again. A silver screen is $200, and with that you can get into films like all the stuff we screen all year long. So that's a pretty good deal. 6-packs are there too. There's also a donation box. Metro Cinema is both a non-profit society and a registered charity, and so if you feel like putting money in the box, feel free. If you want a receipt, just ask. I'd like to thank our funders and our sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. And so I just want to make sure that I give a shout out to the Edmonton Arts Council, and the City of Edmonton, and the Canada Council for the Arts, the Alberta Foundation for the Arts. Their support, all four of them, is what lets organizations like Metro Cinema, organizations like FALA, organizations like, I could start to rattle off the list, but it's an incredibly long list, and I suspect most of you know a lot of those organizations. Those organizations are why we exist. And so really want to give a hand of applause to We received facility and equipment assistance from the Canada Council for the Arts and the Alberta Lottery Fund, and from John Day Developments, he gave us a bit of a hand. Metro Cinema. Metro Cinema also receives support from AMAS, the Alberta Media Arts Alliance, Emergence by Design, IATSE 210, Samandra Incorporated, and View Weekly. And tonight's event is sponsored by Ellicott Brewing and Elm Cafe. And now we move on to people. I really want to thank the one person without whom this couldn't have happened, it just couldn't have. And that's our friendly neighborhood landlord, John Day. And their associates, Ross and Nora Lazat. Those four people helped us make this happen. So, it's going to start to get maybe teary about here. I really want to thank Joe Atomic, and Pete Harris, and Sam Bartnick, and Shirley Coleman, and our projectionists and front of house staff. John Ray, and Les Hall, and Aaron Fraser, and Brad Song, and Dan Nielsen, and Samantha Shaplawi, and Maggie Hardy, and Tola Adeshina for just working their asses off. This is I want to thank our board of directors, Shane Gassalon, Mark Power, Annette Lavictoire, Mark Templeton, Jeff Knoll, Tim Reckner, Shira Landa, Sandy Hoy, And the 3 board members who've really gone above and beyond and done all sorts of heavy lifting, including some very heavy lifting. I don't know if you know this, but rectifiers for the lamp houses and 35mm projectors, those are the heaviest devices known to man. So that's Kyle Armstrong and Joel Mandel, and our president for the last 4 years, Aaron Munson. There's also a group of people who stepped forward in a huge way to devote their time and their energy and their skills to help Metro Cinema handle this transition. Chief among those is Allison Turner. As well as Katrin Ohm, Todd Babiak, Sean Oler, John Mann, Leanne Chole, Stephanie Enders, and my partner Jen Babcock, who will be here again in the morning serving cereal in her pajamas. Can I ask you guys to participate in playing a little kind of game with me? If I've just named you, can you stand up for a second? No one wants to, but there's a bunch of you.